tracking trips from Past the Wire and the Pick Six King, John Stetton. As your handicapping partner, John is your second set of eyes on the past performances, replays, numbers, trips, and more, helping you find the angles and plays others miss. Each week you get expert analysis, smarter ways to press your opinions, and the keys to cashing bigger tickets. Tracking trips from Past the Wire. Give yourself an edge and partner with a pro. Get a second set of trained, experienced eyes. Join today. Membership has its benefits.
Well, hello everyone. We are here on another weekend. So let's recap last weekend. My pick five. Well, not so much. We had the rain. My best bet of the day was scratched out of the race. Still ended up with pretty decent winners there, but hitting some exactas and stuff. But no go on that pick five. But today is another day, another weekend, and of course it's Thanksgiving weekend. I hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving out there. And now here comes all the big holidays here now. So it's party time, and let's get some money for Christmas now. We're going to go out there and try to hit this pick five at Aqueduct. Before I get started, though, I want to thank, of course, Race Lens once again for all the tools that we get and use for this show. And then, of course, once again, if you have any questions about claiming, about owning or buying horses, anything, breeding, shoot me an email, charles@pastthewire.com. Okay, so we're going to just get into this right now. We're going to do it. Pick five starts in the sixth race, and we're going to jump all the way to the eighth race, and then we're going to do the eighth and ninth. And that's what we're going to do here today. So in this eighth race, we have horses going 6 furlongs. This is an optional claimer. It's a pretty big race. I mean, these horses are pretty good overall, especially for being optional claimers. So we're going to start with this race. We're going to look at these horses and try to analyze, see who could do what, who could be maybe in a good claim, If you guys want me to start, I'm thinking I'm going to start doing, if I have a horse during that day at that track that I think it might be a good claim, I'm going to start doing that starting next week. So hit me up if you have any questions on that, or if you want me to look at some other horses for Saturdays or Sundays, or even, Fridays. I can throw it on the show. I'll tell you what I think. Anyway, so here we go. 6 furlongs, the one horse. This horse is cutting back. Does have great speed for that mile. At the 6 furlong mark, it's running a 1:11.4. Now that's not a true number because they're not running all out. Remember, they're going a mile. So this horse definitely could do a 1:10, I believe, in this race. This horse has got decent early pace. They're rating it at 86, mid part 82, and you got a 96 finishing up. This horse finishes nice and strong. Is this horse going to compete in this race? Well, I believe so, 100%. You got this horse I think it's going to be a pressure horse, more or less. I don't think it's going to be the speed of the race, but definitely going to be right up there with them. This horse won last time out as the favorite. That's a great angle. This horse has been favored, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in a row. So, and it's just won the last 2. So this horse is looking for the hat trick. Todd Pletcher's the trainer. You got the jockey and trainer combo here at 25% wins. Not too bad, if you ask me. Kendrick is well known for his aggressive riding out of the gate. He gets those speed horses moving, puts them in a really nice spot, and he usually has something left in the tank at the end. So major player for the win. I definitely believe that. So look out for this horse, especially at 8-1. You got to love that, right? We got the 2 horse here. Last 2 times really didn't do anything much at 6, 6.5. Kind of threw in the whole thing at the end of this last race. There was nothing left in this horse. They went 110, and the horse finished 10 lengths back. Not much left in that tank in there. I watched the video on it. A little wide, but other than that, there was not much excuses for this horse. So for me, I believe this horse is going to have to really step it up big time to even show that it could even hit the board, let alone win it. Okay, so for me, I'm taking a pass on this horse, 100%. The 3, another one with some speed, of course. Remember, we're going 6 furlongs. The better all pretty much have speed, right? So with this horse, last time out went a 109.5, basically 110. Did a very good job, pulled away what he's supposed to do. When you're out in front like that, you should pull away. At allowance 80K, not bad. You gotta like that part. Early paces in 92, and then a 92, and then boom, a 114. This horse finishes very strong most of the time. Even when it's beat, if it's right there, it fights. This horse has got a lot of heart. Is this a fighter for the win column? Right now, I'm going to say no, but boy, this horse has got a lot of fight in him, and I'm going to say definitely for some of the bottom side of the exotics, this horse could do some damage there because of just his fight and the way he fights on down the lane. So look out for that horse for some of the exotics. The 4 here, last time out didn't do much, ran even overall, didn't show much. The time before that, 5.5 might be too short for this horse. And closed pretty good. This horse really doesn't know what it's at. I just think it's a little over its head. Would this be a good claim for 45? I don't know. It's from Mike Maker. I probably would pass on it because I would personally thought what he probably thought is that there might be a good turf horse. Turned out, no, it wasn't that much of a turf horse, but maybe this horse could stretch out. I don't know. But that's what these trainers are supposed to do. They're supposed to figure this stuff out. And with Maker leaving this horse in a 6 furlong, he probably feels that this horse cannot stretch out. So I'm going to personally take a pass on this horse today. Oops, sorry about that. The 5. This horse is pretty interesting. It's got some speed, early speed, but it's more route early speed, okay? So there's a difference when it goes to 6.5 furlongs. This horse didn't quite do it. Hung in there pretty good at 6.5. Is 6 furlongs too short is my question. 10-1, George Weaver. I like George Weaver. I think he's an excellent trainer. And you got Franco aboard, knows this track, knows this horse, has done well with this horse. Sits really close. He's a pressure type horse and tries to give it at the end. I think this horse will be coming at the end. Look at this, 73, 81, and 113. I think this horse will be coming at the end. But I just don't know if it's going to have enough to get there is my first question. So I'm going to put it on bottom side of exotics for me. And that's where I'm going to play with this horse. And let's see the angle for this horse. Horse has a 5 furlong workout bullet on the last 7 days. Once again, I don't pay attention to bullets, the times themselves. I always want to see the pattern. But if you guys want to look at that, we'll look at that real quick. November the 24th was that bullet. Time before that was the 16th. Nice. No big deal, 102. And before that was the 2nd. So nice little workout pattern there for that horse. This horse might be ready to put up a good one, but I still feel more on the bottom side of exotics. The 6 in this race, after 2 races were just terrible, and they were both on turf. And this horse has run terrible on turf. I mean, every time, I think. Yeah, every time. Well, maybe not every time, but has done very bad on turf overall. The horse has supposedly 3 wins. Must be much earlier in its age. It's 5 years old, so we don't see that part. But for me, I'm going to take a seat back. This horse doesn't show that it could do anything on dirt and anything on turf. This horse is going the wrong direction in my book. They put the horse up for sale for $45,000. Good luck. That's what I would say. I basically would not touch that horse, especially the claim. Trainer profile, if I'm turf, the dirt is, let's see what this says. Yeah, he gets 23%. But this horse has been the one that's been doing it. So I'm taking a pass on this horse, and that's all I have to say about this horse. The 7. This horse is pretty interesting. It does have some speed, but always kind of hangs around a little bit, but never gives a serious kick at the end. And actually, it projected ratings are showing that 88, 86, 89, kind of like it's the same speed. You're not going to get much more out of it in the beginning, middle, or the end. So this horse is at best anything, maybe the bottom side of exotics, but for me, I'm actually taking a seat on this horse. I'm just going to sit back and watch that horse run today. And then the 8 horse, another one with some speed, some really nice early speed, but always kind of coughs it up at the end. Even when he does 4.5 furlongs, doesn't quite do it. And so to me, this is going to be your leader, probably most likely the 8. Will it really hold on? I don't think so. I think when this horse gets pressured, it's over. And so I'm taking another step back and just watching this horse just run today. And let's see what the racing lens angle. Beaten favorite, jockey switch. So that's a good little angle. I like Eric aboard, but I just don't see it in this race. The 9. Last time out, overall kind of ran even, but didn't show much. That was in mile 16. Got turf races all before that. I just don't know. This horse could do okay on the dirt itself. My question is, why are they going turf to dirt with this horse? And the horse has got a lot of talent, I believe. I mean, if this one was up for 45, I'd say this probably be a good buy, because this horse shows talent going long, going short, going turf, going dirt. So you got a lot of talent, and it's only 5 years old, but it's not up for sale today. But anyway, I believe this horse could do some damage for the piece of the pie, but I think more on the bottom side of the exotic. So I would say the trifectas or supers. And then the 10. Last time out, barely lost the race. Time before that, did very good on a sloppy track. And the New York Breeders' Futurity. At that time, the time before that was reported as a gelding right before that race. So horse responded to being cut. Wesley Ward is your trainer. This horse has got a lot of talent. So they spent $82,000, which is not a heck of a lot nowadays for these horses, but they spent okay money, and they cut this horse after 2 races. And the first 2 races, the horse won and finished 3rd. I mean, in a stakes race. And then they still cut him. So that tells me that this horse doesn't pay attention, is probably a little erratic in the mornings, probably a little bit too rambunctious, and probably could hurt somebody or hurt himself. And so the owners and the trainer decided that you got to cut him and settle him down. Now, with that all being said, September the 24th, he was cut. And you look at, that's when he was reported. So he had his first workout. He did a nice 101 after that. And then after that, he did a 101. Then he did a 51. Then he did a 59. So that's when he started waking up. November, he started waking up. And why did he wake up around that time? Well, his last race was in October. He ran a decent race after the win, ran a very decent race. And now look what they do. They take the blinkers off. And you're probably thinking, well, why, if the horse has been doing good, why do this? Well, the horse was doing good and they still cut him because he's still dangerous to himself. He's not focusing on business. He's probably goofy and stuff like that. Then they cut him and they see he's still too intense. When you take the blinkers off, it will calm the horse down a little bit. And you probably get him to calm down a little bit. So this horse could probably rate a little bit better. I believe in what Wesley Ward would do. There's some of the top trainers I really believe in. If they take blinkers off, I'm all for it. Some trainers out there will just take blinkers off just to try something, and I don't believe in that. When I trained my horses, I trained them without blinkers to see how calm they were, and then I trained them with blinkers to see how they performed, and you can see what the difference is out there on the track in the mornings. The race lens is they're saying the running styles come from behind. I don't think this horse is going to come from behind. I think this horse is going to sit second or third, right behind those leaders. I think this horse is sitting on a win here. I think this horse is ready to really do some damage. Pablo Morales is riding. I think he's a fine rider. So I'm not worried about any of that. So I love this horse in this spot. I think this is the horse to beat, period. So look out for this horse, and I think it'll do some serious damage. The question is how much is this horse going to win by is my question. So that's how much I feel about this horse. Now, once again, we're going to go to the race lens and see what they see how they see this race, stirring up and how they feel it's going to go throughout the race, and of course see the true odds and everything like that. Okay, here we go. All right. They said the 3, 7, 10. See, I said the 10 would probably sit about second or third, and I believe that part. There's a couple other speed horses that might be up there. Whoever breaks the best probably will get the lead. 3 is probably the one that might go out there. I do believe the 7 might have a shot at that too. So look out there. As long as the 10 sits in the catbird seat. Now the 10 can't get stuck on that rail, so I don't see it being stuck on the rail either. I think this horse will sit on the outside mid pack, and now they got to sit in around third or fourth right there. But then they see it finishing at the end, a 68% chance of winning. This is my best bet of the day, and I do my handicapping without doing this, and then I do the combination to see where I'm at and what I feel like, what it would turn out to be, and that's looks like a best bet to me is 68% chance. They got the 1 finishing second at 11%. I got the 1 finishing second. They have the 7 at 4%. I don't have the 7 at all. They have the 9 at 3%. I have the 9 finishing fourth, and then they have the 3 at 2%. I have the 5 finishing third. So I think this is going to be an interesting race in the mid part of it. But after that, I honestly believe that the 10 will walk away with it. They're saying 1 to 2 odds. The morning line is 7 to 5. It's probably going to be closer to 1 to 2. I'm sorry to say that's what we're going to probably get. So that's why you have to find value another way. You got to single this horse, or you got to play against it. 1 of 2. You single it, or you play against it. Throw it out of your tickets on pick 3s or pick 4s, pick 5s, or you single it. 1 of 2. I'm the type that's going to be on this horse. I'm going to single it. That's how I feel about this race. All right. So, I was going to show you my my factors once again. For Aqueduct, speed is 5, class is 4, form is 5, distance is 4, jockey and jockey trainer is 3, and then pace and trainer is at 4, and then track angles and track conditions is all at 3. All right. Now, we're going to go to the 9th race and see what we have there. Here we go. Short field. They're going. What was it? They're going to a mile and an eighth. This is the grade 3 stakes, mile and an eighth. Some really nice horses in here. It's going to be very interesting. Overall, I think it's a wide open race. But let's start with the 1. The 1 here. Last time out, did a nice closing job. Closed really nice. Davis aboard. Jose is on. The time before that, Pratt was aboard, barely missed. That was on turf, and the time before that. Um, this horse has got a lot of talent. I think this horse can be right there. I think she could close pretty good, and she could sit pretty close to the pace overall too. Her projected ratings are 86, 88, and then 123, which 123 is really nice. She is going to be something to deal with coming down the lane. For me, though, I'm going to say more on the bottom side of the exotics, but boy, I really would not be surprised if she did get up and win. This is one of those horses I think has a shot. I actually think 5 out of the 7 horses here has a shot here. So let's just start with that. And even those other two, I guess I wouldn't be super surprised because this is really a nice race to bet if you like a certain horse, because most likely you're going to get decent odds. The two here, another one I think is for more on the bottom side of the exotics for me, but this horse is another one that sits really close to the pace. So you got a lot of horses that like this. This horse closes pretty good. It has a really nice kick. You got a 91, 92, and then a 114. Um, I got nothing negative or I mean, third race after a layoff looking for improvement. Well, this horse has done a great job already. So improvement would be a win, really. So on this horse, I think on the bottom side of the exotics, I just right now I think I think there's at least 2 others, possibly 3 others that could beat this horse. But once again, not going to be shocked. Here's a really nice horse here. Brad Cox got Franco aboard. Last time out, did a heck of a job. Really just took the lead and just poured it on down the lane. There was nothing stopping her that day. I think these horses will be a lot closer than that race. But I still think she's going to give that best kick. I picked this horse to win this race. This horse is just always right there, always sits really close to the pace, or is the pace, and kicks it in pretty good. 86, 89, and 112. I just think she will have the edge the way this race is setting up a little bit. I think she'll either be on the lead or be second right there. So kind of her race to lose, but then again, I won't be shocked if she loses, but to any of these other horses, because there's some tough competition in here for her. But she has definitely, for me, in the win column, yes, 100%. The 4 is the last time out, did a heck of a job, hung right in there throughout the whole race. And then time before that closed pretty good. Sits really close to the pace. Another one. Again, this is going to be a tight group of horses going around. It's who gets the best break and the cleanest ride probably is going to win this race. I wouldn't be shocked about that. If you looked at this horse's ratings, is probably a little bit of a notch below the others. I would personally sit and watch this horse go. But if you like the horse, I'm not going to tell you no, because this horse does have some talent. But for me, I'm just going to watch this horse. I think Linda Rice, even though she's an excellent trainer, does win her fair share, especially at Aqueduct. I just think this horse is a tad bit over her head, but a good horse to have. The 5. This is another horse I believe has a great shot of winning this race. This one last time out, look at this finish. See, once again, sits super close to the pace. Boom, just missed. Time before that ran even, tossed that right time for that ran even. So this one does throw a clunker in every now and then, but this horse runs pretty good and runs pretty even, has that speed, has that talent. Look at that, 90, 85, and then a 104. I think this is one of my 3 that could win this race, I think. So I think this is definitely a contender in this race. Todd Pletcher, Kendrick, like I said, Kendrick is great with speed horses, get him in the right position. So I think even though Kendrick rode this horse once before and didn't get much out of her, I think he could put her in a better position this time and get her really nice and close. I think she'll be dangerous. The 6. This horse, I mean, it's only had 4 races, so you can't judge too much. You got Todd Pletcher here. Ruben's riding for Todd. This horse has definitely got some talent, but is this horse right now a little bit over her head? I don't know. For me, this is the one of the two that I thought I would definitely take a seat back on. You can't bet them all, but I was sure in the heck would love to at one point if I had a little extra money to play with on my pick 5. But this horse, for me, I'm going to take a seat back. I think at best, if anything, that'd be on the bottom side of the exotics. The 7 here, even though this horse doing a clunker last time out, just tossed that. If you toss that one out, look at these races. It's super close to the pace. Closes, has really nice closing. You have an 86.90, a 104 with this horse. And let's see what the horse shipping into track wins at multiple circuits. Yep, this horse wins at different places. This horse has got that kind of talent, which is nice. And Pletcher and Jose Gomez is riding. They have a 13% with each other. So for me, I think this horse is one of the top 3 horses. I think it's 3, 5, 7. But like I said, there's a couple in here. I wouldn't quite be shocked, but for me, I'm going to say those 3 are probably your top 3 in the races. So then I think this horse could be right there. And this horse ran against Torpedo Anna, which we all know, monster, right? So you just got to toss that race. Now, we're going to go to see what Racelins, how they project this race to go. And let's see if they say if it's going to be a bunched up race or not. We'll see. Well, the 2 I say that I want to toss, if I had a toss, we're sitting in the back, and then you got the bunched up horses, like I said. Then at the midway, they got the 2, 5 out there in front. Probably so. Up in front here at the mid pack, they got 2, 7, 3, 1, 5 back there. I kind of almost see that. Maybe, I think they'll be still tight. And at the end, they have the 1 winning at 23%, the 3 at 22%, the 5 at 16%, and then the 7 at 14%. And I have it 3, 5, 7, 1. So I have the same horses. It's just a little bit different mixture on there. So that there you have it. And here's the odds. Let's see the odds here. They're saying the 6 should be 7-1. You got 8-1. There's nothing super exciting about that. I do believe what you see on your morning line is probably about the true odds, what will end up being. So if you like a long shot in there and you want to take a chance, hey, why not? Do it. And so now let's go and see if we could hit this pick 5. A Saturday after Thanksgiving, after we're all still stuffed from eating everything in the world. And we're going to do some Christmas shopping with all the money we're going to win here. Let's do that. Okay. Now we got the pick 5, starts in the 6th race. I have the 8, 3, 7, 6. That's how I picked them. In that race, I would say, I screwed it up here. I didn't finish up my deal here. I'm sorry. I'm going to do this right while we're sitting here doing all this. So anyway, in the pick 5, I took the 8, 3, 7, 6, 4. And then in the that's the first leg. That'd be the 6th race. The 7th race, I took the in the 7th, we're going to go with the 8, 6, 3, 2. Okay. And that's what I'm going to play in that pick 5. Now in the 8th race, I really like that 10 a lot. So I'm going to single that horse. Put up or shut up, like we always say. If I'm going to talk big about a horse, you got to play it. But in that race, I do like 10, 1, 5, 9. But 10 is my best bet of the day. I'm singling in our 3rd leg of our pick 5. And then in the 4th leg of our pick 5, In the ninth race, I'm going with, oops. Ninth race, I'm going with the 3, 5, 7, 1. Those are my top 4 picks, but I'm also going to toss in that 2. I'm just scared of that 2 too. So I'm kind of hoping a little bit of a price might jump up in there. I just don't know. But I'm definitely, my top 3 is 3, 5, 7 in that race. And then we'll go down to the 10th race. And this is how I like them. In the 10th, I like the 7, 11, 10, 3. And that's what I put on my pick 5. And that's how I see it. Yes, I want to play some exactas, trifectas, and everything with all my bets. Sorry about it, I didn't have it all quite 100% finished. You know, Thanksgiving time, everybody, it's a crazy time around here. So anyway, thanks for joining us. And then we are going to stop screen. I'll have another show next week, and like I said, I'm going to start looking at other races, especially if they have some claimers. I'll also start doing that if you want me to. Put it in the notes. Please give me a comment on that, how you feel about that, or you don't want that. Or if you do, you always send me an email and you want to ask questions about a certain horse on a certain race on a certain day. Do that if you want. But until then, you know, we're going to go out there and try to hit this and try to hit this pick 5, you know, and let's get some of that Christmas shopping done and all that stuff. All right. So until then, I will talk to you later. See ya.